And so one of the questions I was really excited to ask you about, man, was what's your opinion on, school and like our education system these days and college, and like, do you think people are being like programmed to become like employees and 9-to-5 workers? Or are they like being trained to become someone like you who owns their own businesses? Like, what's your opinion on that?
Well, here's what I would say. Here's what I think so many of us got to do. It's not either or. It's not one or the other. I think some people are made to be 9-to-5, and they're built for that. And so, your audience and myself and get around with us, and they're gonna feel like they don't fit in, right? And that's okay, because I think a little differently, no question about it. The freedom of time and proximity. The ability to help people and the ability to grow your income over the course of time. So you get, in some economically viable vehicle, something that people need, to put my energy there. But you've got to ask yourself, why do you want, which one do you want and why? So, but it's got to be the inside look, right? Instead of what mom thinks I should do, or what dad thinks I should do, or what grandma thinks I should do. You should go to college. You should get an education and all this. Education is overvalued as a whole. There's no question. Education is overvalued as a whole in our society today. The traditional form of education.
Yeah.
But you have to, no matter who you are, no matter which side of the coin you pick, I just want to go get an education so I can work in this particular area, and I'm going to work from 9 to 5, and I'm going to go home, and I'm going to have a couple pops, and then go to bed, and then the weekend's going to come, and I'm going to be excited when finally Friday, right? And I don't even know what day it is, right? I mean, so it's all, every day ending in Y is the same for me. Mm-hmm. My wife, people go, man, you guys are traveling all the time, and we get lucky, blessed to you go again tomorrow for a while down to the sunshine. But people ask, like, so when does he work? You know what Adrian will say? All the time.
Yeah. All the time.
All the time. Yeah. He's always engaged in creation and creating things and helping people move their goals forward, which in a market economy and capitalism is going to be rewarded through compensation. And so the more people you help, the more compensation you receive. And that's the thing that people get backwards too. It's like, I'm just going to go get the money. No. You're just going to go help serve people. Definitely. Provide a tremendous amount of value, and the money will come. So I think that what I would say is, don't get caught up in I think if starting a business or going into sales, if you're not going to go to college, if you're like, I don't want to spend the money on college, awesome. Then go into business or go into sales. Go into business or go into sales. I'm not going to go to college because I don't think it's the right answer. I'm not going to go to college because I just don't want to. I just think it's sold out and too expensive, et cetera, et cetera. There's no question the studies show that education is going to lead you to more opportunities and to higher compensation in your life over the course of your life. There's just, because of the connections you're going to make in people that are able to go to college, your networking increases in college. There's a lot of things that do happen in school, but know that it's the whole picture of college when you're going to college. It's the wisdom from my professors. It's the network of people that I'm going to meet that are on the same page of getting educated and getting an education when you go to college. Yeah. So go at it with that mindset, and then work. Engage in the marketplace while you're in college. Don't just don't just a full-time student because that's got such a value in it, and not also, engaging in the marketplace while I'm in college. I think that's a mistake. Does that make sense?
Absolutely.
Yeah,
I love it. That makes a lot of sense. So I feel like what you're saying is like, education can be something that is like valuable for someone, but at the same time, if you don't feel like it's right for you, get into sales, get into business, and learn the valuable skills that are going to actually lead you to success if you're not going to go to college and get an education, right?
Yeah, and if you decide, I don't want to start a business and I don't want to go into sales, but I don't know what I want to do. Yeah, go to college. Go to college and get an and by process of elimination. The nice thing that college gives is it gives a variety of subjects and a variety of people who are on a mission to figure out what they're going to do. Some of them already know. Some of them say, I'm going to be an accountant. It is a gift. It is a huge gift at 18 if you know what you're going to want to do. Truly 95+% of 18, 17 of your audience you should not know. You probably do not know what you want to do. And if you think you know what you want to do, I would press in to say somebody might have put that on your heart. It's not actually coming from you.
Definitely.
It's not actually coming from you.
So true.
There's a few lucky ones. I mean, we've seen a few out of Bothell. You know, this kid that plays basketball for the Chicago Bulls, right?
Yeah.
I mean, Zachy.
Zach LaVine,
I remember meeting him at 13 and his dad, and they're working out, and they're at the YMCA, and he's getting it in. Like, he knew in second grade, man, this is what I'm.
He was destined for.
This is what I want to do. This is what I'm here to do. And there's Tiger Woods was like that. I mean, you see at the highest level certain people who like. I was actually like that. At 6 years old, I saw a guy give my grandpa $100 bill, and I'm like, that was all the money in '86. Okay, all the money. And I'm like, Grandpa, where did he get that? And he goes, he owns a business. And I'm like, or he's in business, I think is what he said. I'm like, Roger that. That's what I'm going to do.